Man, I got one for y'all today. There's a beautiful verse in Proverbs. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. And God is tapping me on my shoulder to let you guys know today. Proverbs 24:16 says, the righteous person may fall 7 times, but they will always get back up. The key word here is righteous. It's not saying that only bad people or those who aren't trying will stumble. No, it's talking about those who are close to God. Those who are doing their best, they can fall, and sometimes they fall hard, but they will always rise again in God. It's like the Bible is telling us, man, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to be afraid of failing. We're all human, and failure is part of the journey, but the promise is that you will rise again in God. The scripture doesn't say the perfect person or the person who has it all together. It says the righteous person. The one who's genuinely trying to do the right thing can fall multiple times, but will still rise in God. Think about it, man. I love it. It doesn't say the dumb person who messes up a lot. No, it's talking about the good people, the ones who are trying to live right, righteous, who may trip up 7 times. But the real message here is that you can always get back up with his help. So even if you made mistakes, even if you feel stuck, you're in a rut, like your life is going nowhere, depressed, anxious, whatever it is, remember this: you will rise again in God. But check it, here's the cool thing about failure. It often leads us to our dreams, don't it? Sometimes our biggest setbacks are our biggest setups. They set us on a path towards something absolutely amazing. And if you fail, remember that Jesus is always there to help you up. There's no mistake too big for him. He's got enough grace and power to help you get back on track. In the book of Micah, chapter 7, verses 8, it says, rejoice not over me, my enemy, for when I fall, I shall arise. This verse reminds me, it doesn't matter how many times we fall. What matters is what we do afterwards. Will I stay down or will I get back up? Soldier or coward? This is full of ups and downs. It's not about avoiding the falls. It's about what happens when you do fall. Will you let God get you back on your feet, or will you try and do it alone? Will you let him turn your failures into victories, or will you try and do it alone? Because the truth is, even when you sit in darkness, God can be a light for you. God is the truth. God is the light. Micah says, when I fall, I shall arise. It doesn't matter if it's emotional, if it's physical, or spiritual darkness. It could be something that's way out of our control, or something we did bring upon ourselves. But either way, there will be dark days. But remember, there's always light. God doesn't leave us in the dark. He's there to help us rise. A lot of people talk about their faith when things are going great. But what about when things get tough? Will you still trust God then? Will you still believe what he has planned for you? Because he does. He never promised a life without challenges. He promised us help to get through them. Proverbs says a righteous person falls 7 times, but rises again. It's time to get your fire back, your passion back. There's nothing you've done too much for God's mercy. He knew every mistake you made before you made it. He has a plan, even for your worst days. So maybe you're feeling down. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling like, out of luck, but that's not your final destination. God is saying, get ready to rise. The question is, when are you going to get up? When are you going to start living the life you're meant to live? Think about a baby learning to walk. They pull themselves up, stand unsteadily, and then they fall, right? Nobody tells them to stay down. We tell them to get up, try again, baby steps, and they do. Because that's how we learn to walk, then to run, to reach our full potential. Same goes for us. We've all fallen. We're God's children, and sometimes it's been really tough. But God is the God of comebacks. He can take your worst moment and turn it into your greatest triumph. He never gives up on us. Even when we feel like giving up on ourselves, he's right there, waiting to help us get back up. So don't let your failures define you, because I don't let them define me. Let them be the beginning of your comeback story. Remember, with God, there's always hope. Even if you feel like you're going too far, you're not. God's right there, ready to help you get back up and start again. This is your time to rise. It's your time to come back from whatever's been holding you down. Because with God, your best days are still ahead. It's never too late to get back up and start living the life you were meant to live. So get ready to rise. God's not done with your story yet.